Welcome back, Jumpstarters, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the most important productivity hack I can give you guys, and that is to figure out a way to set up some systems to minimize the distractions from your phone. But before we start, I need to get ready to go to town because I'm going to film the videos there to give you guys some variety in the shots. So let's get ready to do that. Let's go get it. I just want to pause for a minute to tell you guys something I think is really funny. Have you guys ever been driving down the road and then up comes this huge group of road cyclists, road bikers, and you can't help but think they kind of look like flamingos? Now let's get back to it. Okay, before I go hit up the coffee shop, I want to give you guys the groundwork for why we have to get rid of the distractions on our phones. And I'm going to give you 3 different studies. Study number 1. The average student experiences 11 distractions from their phone during every course lecture. Study number 2. 92% of students text during class. And the third and most shocking one is that the average working professional wastes 2.1 hours a day on distractions. Let that sink in for a minute. That's 10 hours a week. That's over 40 hours a month are wasted with distractions, right? And now I want you to think of your brain like a computer. Your storage is your long-term memory and your RAM is your working memory, what it takes to get a task accomplished. So now imagine you're trying to edit an amazing video, or you're trying to play some really amazing game with great graphics, but you have 35 programs running in the background. Is that computer going to run well? Is it going to handle that task well? No, it's not. Now, every distraction you experience is one of those open programs in the background. So if you're trying to write a paper and you're in the middle of a texting conversation, that's not going to work. You're not going to do your best work. And the paper that should have taken 1 hour is going to take 2 or 3 hours. If you're doing music theory homework, right, and you're in your 3rd semester, it starts getting pretty darn complicated. And you're going to have these huge problems that you're going to really have to think. And if you're always distracted, it's not going to work. It's going to take you 2 to 3 times as long. So that's the reason why we got to get rid of the distractions on our phones. Now let's hit the coffee shop. If you are struggling with distractions on the phone, there are multiple things that you could do and that you could suggest to other people. I mean, the first thing to do would be to try to study in little blocks of time, like 25 minutes, and during those blocks of time you take your phone and you put it on the other side of the room, right? Or maybe even turn it off, right? And then you take little 5-10 minute breaks in between, and that's when you can actually look at your phone. But for those 25 to 30 minutes that you're working, you're actually working. And I bet you'll be surprised at how much of that paper you can write, or how far through that music theory homework you can get. All right, so that's one way you could do it, and it's completely free. If you still don't think that's enough, you could go another way. There's this app you can download called Freedom. And what it does is it locks you out of your phone except for all the programs you need, right? So if all of your music's on your phone and you listen to music when you study, then you can use that Freedom app to lock down all the other apps except for your music. And the only way you can get past that is to restart your phone, which is a pretty big hassle, right? So that's another way. And another way that I talked about earlier is that you can go to a different place that has less distractions, right? That the action of setting intent of going to a coffee shop to finish this, or going to the library to get the research on this topic done, right? That setting of intent helps you get through all of that, right? And then I dare you to leave your phone in your dorm room or at your apartment when you go to those places, right? So if you can get a handle on the phone, and if you just focus on that one thing by turning it off and working for 25 minutes, and then you hop on Snapchat for 5, and then you work for another 25, and then another break for 5, that's going to really help you. All right, I'll see you later.